Hello my crafty friends, Corrine here from Corrine Crafts. I hope you are all well. I hope you've been having some fun doing some crafting. This is today's project. It's third one, I think, in my black and white and one colour series. Wow, isn't that gorgeous? And also I'm going to show you how to make perfect triangles with your dies when you don't have triangle dies. Yeah, we're going to have a look at how that can be done. Now you can change this to any shape, you can change this to any flower, you could change this to any colour. I hope you like this. I'm going to crack on now and show you how it's made. So this is one of those projects where I knew what I wanted to create, but could I find the tools I needed to create it? So I thought, let's try and think imaginatively about this. So as you saw from the finished card, it's all about triangles, and I couldn't find any triangle dies in my stash. They are there, but I hadn't got any. So I thought, I know a diamond is two triangles. So let's see if I can create it from a diamond. So I had these ones, which are my Foundation 5 diamonds. Gosh, these are very old. So back when my tattered lace days. And so you've got, I think it was about 30 dies in here. So I picked a couple of pairs. Let's move that out of the way. So I've got mats and layers. So I've got some consecutive ones there and some consecutive ones there. And that's where I'm going to get my diamonds from. So I got some black and white card because I thought, yeah, let's do another one in my black and white series. And I'm just going to cut this out from here. So we can get a bit of tape, pop that on, put it where you want it, and then we can run that through my die cutting machine. So once it's gone through my die cutting machine, I have got a diamond. So I've got the two sizes using the smaller of the die. So I'm going to cut some out of the large and some out of the small. And I've got my diamond like that. Now you can take it over to your guillotine, paper trimmer, whatever. But basically all you want to do then is just go from one point, and this is why I like having long scissors, because I can just do it in one go, to the other point. And hey presto, I've got two triangles. Now they're not equal actual triangles, i.e. the same on each side, because if you turn it round you'll see, look, it doesn't overlap properly. So they are, you do have to make sure you go the same way on them. So that is how I ended up with my triangles. So what I have done is I've done the same in pink. So I've used the two sizes. So if I look at this was once somewhere. I don't know how that went, but it did go, promise you, it did. Maybe it went on that one. I don't know. I can't remember how it went. Anyway, I had my diamond, cut it in half, and then I can put it, now you can see it doesn't fit that way. Find the right way. Still not the right way. Come on. There. So now I've got two triangles that fit consecutively onto each other. So I've got that one. Put these all the right way around and they've just twizzled. I've got that one and I've got this one here. So I just need to stick those on. Now what I thought I would do is, to give me a nice matte element, I would stick them right down to the edge, and you'll see why in a minute. So we can do, this is going to go on here. Now this is a paper rather than a card, so I do have to be quite careful with the glue. So I'm going to go right down to the edge on there, and then up onto there. So you can see I've got a nice matte layer just on two of the three edges. And we'll do the same with this. If you wanted to, what you could do is you could stick them on as diamonds and then cut them in half if you wanted to make a couple of these cards, and you'd get this same effect if you think it through. So we can cut that one like that. And then, so you can see it's all in the black and white. And then obviously my pop of colour today is going to be my pink. It's this lovely pink linen card. I've got a lot of linen card. Now have I got the right way round for that? Yes, I have. There we go. There we are. Right, keeping the glue quite scant on that, because let's just get everything out of the way because you don't need to see that, because that's how I want it to be. So we've got two triangles. I've done that one the wrong way round. Let's just lift that a minute. It shouldn't have gone that side. It should have gone that side. There. What I can do is I can get my glue eraser let's just glue and just rub. There we go, that off from there. There we are, that's how I meant to do it, so that they're the same. And then I've got that one, there we are. Always a way around, isn't there? So once we've got those are my 3 triangles. And as I said, all made from diamonds. So really, really simple. And here is my card. So I started with an 8-inch card that I have just cut down, and I put a black matte layer on. And then onto that, I'm going to mat some white and pink, and you can see basically I cut that diamond out of there, that pink one, just to try and be a bit more frugal. So I'm going to pop that one onto my card base. I just mat and laid that in advance, just so that you're not watching me do too much matting and layering, and that's going to go on there like that. There we go. There we are, put that one on. Now this one's going to go on to here. So I might put that on with a little bit of foam tape in a minute. So what I thought I'd do is I would get all my triangles back. And then I thought I would come down here and I would go, that's going to be stuck down in a minute. I'd put one down here. Now you see what's happened is, because I've got a matte layer, if I put that right to the edge, it looks like I've got a border around that side. That was my thinking. Actually, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do white down there. And then I'm going to do black on that side. And then I'm going to do a white one up at the top there. So there we go. That's how I'm going to put them on. So let's put those on. I just wanted to, in case I needed to trim anything off, I didn't want to stick it down because you never know. So let's go with one just there. Put it right to the edge so it looks like you've got that border. Then we're going to do the second one. You can put these in anywhere you want. This is just my chosen pattern. Put that right to the edge. And you could do this with any shape. I could do it with semicircles. I could, if I did squares, they'd become rectangles. I could do, you know, anything that you wanted to. It will work. And then this one, see if I can get it roughly in the middle of those two. So I've got roughly the same border on there. Okay, right, I don't know how this is going to finish because I'm having a crisis of confidence about my sentiments. I've got a couple of options. Okay, as always, out with the big sticks to foam roll, and then we can cut that off, make sure that's stuck down. And then we can pop this over the back. So one piece here, just there, like that. And then another piece. That then leaves me a bit that I can fold in half and put just in the middle, like that. There we go. That works really nicely. Take the back off there. And as always, I'm going to use a little bit of wet glue on the back of the foam tape, just for longevity and also to help me with my positioning. That's all it's doing. I have to admit, this foam tape, I've never had a problem with it coming unstuck, but the glue will help that as well. There we go. Take that and put that over there. Try and make sure that border's nice and even. There we go. I just go up 1/8 of an inch for each piece. If you want to know where I started from, there would have been a method in my madness. It was 4.5 by 6.5. I can remember that now. 4.5 by 6.5. There we go. So that is where I started. But doesn't that look really good? So you can see our colour theme, black and white with a pop of pink. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to bring in is this lovely set from Chloe Creative Cards. I actually have only got that this week. I saw these on at the weekend. Now, if I remember rightly, this set cost me £5 for the stamps and the dies. It was part of her sale. So what you get, and it's already on my rocker block, is you get this lovely corner stamp. It's a bit black because I've been using Stays On ink. And then you get, so you get that stamp that's there, look. And then you get loads of lovely sentiments. Because of you, I laugh a little harder, I cry a little less, and smile a lot more. Isn't that lovely? A good friend knows all your stories. Lovely, lovely sentiments. I think I'm going to be using those. And then you get this, I always call them, I don't know what the official term is, a melded die. So what it means is you can then, if once you stamp that out, it'll fit absolutely perfectly over the top of there to die cut those out. So what you can do is a bit like Chloe has done here. She's stamped it in the background, she's stamped it again, and then raised them up on top of there. Different ways to do them. What I would do, and I'll show you now, is a piece of Nina card. People ask me what I use for my my alcohol pens, and this is what it is. So Memento, because it's a water-based ink, and I'm only actually going to ink up the flowers because I'm not going to use the whole corner. So just because it's a corner stamp, I don't actually have to use the whole corner stamp. So when you are looking for your things, I've got ink on me, just have a look and see what you've got. So I can then put this onto here, and they stamp beautifully with my rocker block. If you're unsure about rock stamping, then get a full stamping platform out. But there you go, hasn't that stamped beautifully? And then what we can then do, let me just trim that down. I've already marked that, but I can use the other side, it's not a problem. So you see I've not got the whole of the corner stamp out. This will then fit over there absolutely perfectly. I can pop that through my die cutting machine, and I get 1, 2, 3 stamps absolutely brilliantly. And I'll show you, look, this is some that I was doing. You can see I've just cut away from all of the corners. So the other one you can do it on is vellum, and I stamp this onto vellum. Now a lot of people with vellum will do it with a pigment ink and then use your heat embossing, you know, your bossing powders over. I've not. I've done it just on with my Stays On ink pad, just my regular Stays On ink pad. I tried it with my Memento, but it just didn't dry. So you got that. And what I would do is I would just turn it over. So they cut absolutely beautifully. Now I've got a little piece of, excuse the scrap paper. This is really easy colouring. We're not going to do anything complicated. 2 alcohol pens, magenta and citrus. Now I started off with a different pink. I started off with pale pink, and it was just not, I was introducing a third colour, which I didn't want to do. So I'm going to do these. I'm going to do them really quick. I'm not even going to lay down a full colour on these. I'm just going to come in with a little bit of colour there. Just a little bit like that. Then I'm going to come in with my second colour and blend that down. So it's just a little bit darker at the tips and at the centre. Just blend that colour out, because I didn't want too much of the pale pink, the palest pink, and then just come over that, and it'll do. I promise you, by the time we shape them, this is all you need to do. You really don't need to do any more than that. So let me just whiz round this, round like this. Oh, yes, I've got one, right. All the way around. Let's do that. Oh, I missed the centre. And like that. And then second colour, blend that through. And like I say, I'm using my Nina card because my alcohol pens blend better on there. So that goes like that. All the way over. There we go. And then my third colour, or my third one of my tri-blends, just over there. Just like that. Just blending it out. And like that. There we go. I know it's not particularly fancy colouring, but it will work for what we're going to do. Then I haven't got another one of the large ones uncut. What I would do is, as I said, this is on vellum. Turn it over so you're on the reverse. Now it stays on. I was finding with the alcohol pens it was still lifting a little bit. So I'm going to start with my middle colour. Oh, I haven't done my yellow centre. I'll do that in a minute. I found, because I'm doing it on the back, my palest pink was too pale. So I'm just coming from the back. Oops, why is this one catching? All the way around. Just like that. It will stay wet on vellum a little bit longer, so just bear that in mind. Then I get my darkest colour and I'm just going to do a few bits from the centre. Now what we're going to do then is we're going to turn it over and use the right side, and it'll look quite subtle. So what I needed to do to the other one, CT3 citrus yellow over the centre. Now you don't need to do it over this one if you don't want to, because you won't see it, but I just think it intensifies the colour coming through onto there. So that, then if you turn that back over, you see you've got that lovely pale colour. I'm going to show you how I put them together, and I actually forgot to, oh, I've got that one coloured in. So all I would do to colour these, to shape these, sorry, is mat. I need a shaping mat. So remember, so this one we're going to be working that way round. Get those out of the way. So I've got a couple of ball tools, and because it's a large one, I'm going to just use this size for now. This is the side that I've coloured on this one, because that's actually going to be the reverse. If you need to go in, add a little bit more extra shaping, just there, and then like that. And can you see it's quite a subtle shape, colour, but it will work. I'll show you because I've got quite a few finished, so I know it's going to work. Put this, don't worry, the alcohol comes through the Nina card, but that's why I was colouring on top of another piece of card. It's perfectly acceptable. Oh, I tell you what, I did find that if you just trim down to the centres just like that, I tend to do it after I've coloured. Now these were designed to be sort of quite flat. It was designed as, you know, a stamp go in the corner. So I find that sometimes you just got to look and just do an extra little cut. It's going to give the petals a lot more movement. Don't know why I forgot to do that. So just down there. And now, if I do that, that's, yeah, a lot more shape. A lot more shape. I've forgotten about that bit. There we go. And then we can turn that one over and that one over. And then, believe me, you need, I'm not even saying a pea size. That's plenty of glue. You don't need any more glue than that. And then all I'm going to do is stagger it. I haven't really been too concerned about, you know, which way round it's going. Just stagger it, because what I'm going to do is then try and lift those up. Hold it for a second. I just hold that while that tacky glue takes, and that will now stay a beautiful shaped flower. Now we've got that centre. I love my pearl ones. You've often seen me use my pearl ones. So all I would do is grab my pearl wand, put a nice, I need a new yellow. There we go, nice blob in the middle. And the final thing I would do is a very fine glitter. I like using my little spatula, and then pop it into there, get in that, and then there we go. So what I tend to do is drench it and then tap it out. And how about that? Isn't that a gorgeous flower? And I love the contrast between the layers of having the paper at the bottom and the vellum at the top. Now just leave that to dry, because I've put that in the centre. You need to leave it to dry as long as you possibly can. So I can bring my card back in. Here we are, and here's some I made earlier, just like that. Right, so I've got a collection of sentiments there, and I've got my flowers that I've made. So these ones I made yesterday, and they're nice and dry. I've cut some black leaves out, and I've cut some green leaves out. So I think 3D glue all the way. So what I'm thinking is I can come in with a large one on each one there, There you go, you can see. I can then do maybe a medium one and even a small one. And then I lose my triangle, don't I? Would I be better doing it that way? No. I don't know how I want this now. This is where it all, let me see. So I definitely want that one up there. And I've got a medium one. And I've got a small one. I like that there. That works for me because I've got that bigger gap. I'm going to put foliage in a minute. Then this one. Now, do I just want medium ones? No, I like the big one. So let's go. And it needs to balance, doesn't it? So I think I'm going to lose the point on that. But could we go? Could we go like that? Right. So once we're doing that, I then need to work out where to put my sentiments. Oh, that would work, wouldn't it? I think that's going to work. We'll just try it. We shall try it. I know once they're down, I can't lift them up because they'll be glue, but we'll try it. So you see, I've not put my foliage in yet. I'm going to do that in a minute. So let's put... Aren't they pretty? Aren't the flowers absolutely gorgeous? So glad I bought these. And like I say, they were just £5 in Chloe's sale. I got 3 sets of £5 ones and a full price one as well. Absolutely love them. All of them going to help me to make extra flowers because you know what I love the challenge of trying to create something that looks a little bit different. So yes, really chuffed with these. Always on the hunt for a bargain. I will try and see if I can tag her. I'll link to her what's it called, website. That's the word I was looking for. Not that it's no affiliates or anything like that. I just really want you to be able to get those. So I'm going to put a black one in, black leaf in there. I always put my foliage in, or most of the time put my foliage in afterwards. Put that one in there. I love the black foliage. I also want to put a bit of green in. I know it's black and white and one other colour, but you're going to have to let me off the green for the foliage because I just think it needs it. Let's put it one with the black because I think that works. Oh, this is a bigger one. That's fine. We can put it at the top. Just there. Really does. Foliage completes it totally. And then, and you see, this is why I love using things like your pin flare glue, your 3D glue, because I can move things around. I've got that time to adjust. But it's this, there's been so much love for this series of black and white and one colour. Everyone is absolutely loving it. It really, it's just such a nice concept, isn't it? There we go. So that'll do. I know it's covered up most of that, but can't be helped. Let's put that one in there. There we go. Right, so the next thing I need is I need my tweezers. And again, this could be done with foam pads. I'm going to do it with this. There we go. Bit of 3D glue on there. Yeah, you can't see that there is actually, I can't even see where the join is now. Yeah, there's a join in the cardstock just there. You'd never know, would you? Congratulations. I did think about doing the sentiments zigzagging with the triangles, but actually I quite like the other direction because it adds a bit more interest, doesn't it? So you could put your sentiments going down there. You could stamp onto there if you wanted to, but you know me, I love these ones on here. Oh, this is coming out much better than I feared. Oh, I'm loving this. Right, you know what's coming next. Couple of little gems. One, two. Oh, I love this down the run, like the runway of that zigzag. Now, that one's going to annoy me. I have got a little bit of glue there. So let's lift that up, wipe that away. And there you go. How about... I did not know how that was going to come out, and I am loving that. Isn't that absolutely beautiful? Black and white with that gorgeous, gorgeous pop of pink. And look at the flowers on there. Aren't they beautiful? Really, really love that. I hope you've enjoyed that. This was just me making a card and rambling on about it. Not chatting about anything much, just about the card. I have loved doing that. I hope you're in like that. And yeah, if you are enjoying my black and white and one colour series, then please, please let me know and show me what you've been making if it's inspired you to have a go. So until next time, thank you for watching. Please don't forget to click on the links, and please don't forget to click on the subscribe. I'll put that up at the top. But until next time, thank you, my friends. You take care. Enjoy your crafting. Keep safe. And I look forward to catching up with you soon. Bye for now.